vacation. There's some Dreams properties. There's the Breathless. There's Reuse. Everything that I'm familiar with, I saw on the list. So there's got great choices out there, and now's a good time to just pick up the phone and give them a chat and find out what they can find.
866-GO-FOX-GO is that phone number if you want to call in. 866-GO-FOX-GO. Get a advisor there to help you walk through this and get you out of the cold winter. We thought we were going to be spoiled and have 50s all winter long. That just wasn't the case.
We knew it was still Wisconsin. We knew it was still February, so this was happening.
I'm just dreading, because it's still coming. There's going to be another huge snow dump on us, and
absolutely.
It's going to be miserable. We're all going to cry, but maybe you won't be here. You'll take a week, and you'll be gone that week, and it'll be perfect.
It usually happens the day I'm flying out, or it's going to they predict it the day I'm flying with a group or something, and then I get nervous and I don't sleep for the whole night, but it'll happen.
Remiss last week, so we talked about the fact that my family went to Costa Rica.
Yeah.
We flew United, not a hitch when it came to the travel with United.
Oh, that's
so
great.
You always hear about the negative, right? Oh, we got stuck here, we got stuck there, our bags got lost. No, it was perfect, flawless. So
wonderful.
We should mention the good stuff when it happens, not just the bad stuff.
And I think the larger percentage is good flying.
Well, that's just it, right?
Yeah.
95% of the time, things are going perfectly well. You just don't hear about it. It's when it goes wrong that everybody's up in arms and you hear about it.
Yeah.
So don't let those stories that pop up on the news every once in a while deter you from traveling. Because for the most part, it's going pretty good.
Absolutely. And that's the last few times, especially with United, I've been having some good luck, so knock on wood, because I've been kind of going back and forth between Delta and United for my trips, but we kind of shop around and see what the best deal is, and you can have a good story, you can have a bad story, but the bad stories are the only ones, like you said, that make it public. And but just hang in there and feel, have that good karma feel and the good vibes, and you'll have a good experience.
Yes, indeed. So we want to hear about those good experiences. If you've traveled recently and want to chime in and let us know where you went, that'd be awesome. If you have questions for Colleen, you can use that number as well. WTMJ Talk and Text line 855-616-1620. It is the Fox World Travel Show on WTMJ.
Susan Hiller from Hiller Ford here with great news for anyone thinking about getting a new Ford truck. This is Truck Month at Hiller Ford, and that means great savings for truck buyers. Right now, we're offering 1.9% 72-month financing on new 2023 F-150s. Plus, a drop-in bedliner or a basic maintenance package is included. There's never been a better time to buy a Ford truck than right now. Stop in today and find out why so many people love to buy from Hiller Ford.
Market volatility, global issues. We hear about inflation easing, but it's still a real issue. More than a few headwinds this year. That's probably why Americans like you feel uncertain about their financial future. Just 59% of affluent Americans felt secure last year, and that's down from the year before. Boomers, not much room for error. Gen X might need more than a 401k. And for millennial families with big dreams, it's time to get real about saving and investing. Talk to Annex Wealth Management. Build security with a partner on your side for unbiased advice. Our goal is a plan that prepares you to maintain your desired lifestyle throughout retirement. Investments are a start, but you may need more. That's why Annex delivers tax and estate planning. There's an Annex plan personalized for you. Annex Comprehensive Wealth fits most individuals and families, but if you've got high net worth with complex needs, Annex Private Client is your solution. Just starting out? Annex Ignite is a great choice. Know the difference with Annex Wealth Management. Click the Get Started button at annexwealth.com.
It's great to get back home when your castle grounds are grand. Outdoor Living Unlimited is a company that does just that. As in their name, your outdoor living can be grand and the possibilities are unlimited. Patios, decks, water and fire features, lighting, pathways, pergolas, outdoor kitchens. Unleash your imagination out there, then turn Outdoor Living Unlimited loose. Travel the world and always come home to your dream destination. Start with a voyage to Brookfield's OutdoorLivingUnlimited.com.
The largest industrial trade show in Wisconsin for engineers, facility managers, and building grounds and maintenance professionals is the PFMA Plant Engineering and Maintenance Expo. Free seminars, product and service demos, and the latest innovations all under one roof.
Skip the show day lines and go to pfmainc.com for fast and free pre-registration. The PFMA Expo, free with free parking. February 21st and 22nd at a new location, Washington County Fair Park in West Bend.
Hi Hey everybody, this is Susan Hiller from Hiller Ford on Highway 100. Boy, do we have some sweet deals for our customers this month. We're offering 0.9% flex-buy financing for 66 months on 2023 Escapes and 2024 Edges. And you get a $2,000 factory rebate. That's right, 0.9% financing for 66 months, plus the $2,000 rebate. Stop in today and see why so many people love to buy from Hiller Ford.
Planning a vacation? We've got you covered. You're listening to the Fox World Travel Show on WTMJ.
855-616-1620 is the WTMJ Talk and Text line. Dayton Kane and Colleen Allsberg here taking questions. But before we get to the text, because we already got them rolling in here, what are some of the big trips people need to know about that might be closing up soon and we need to book while we can?
Yeah, I appreciate Isaac throwing Toto's Africa on there because one of my favorite songs and one of my favorite trips. I did a trip to Africa last year, and it was basically South Africa. We've got just almost like 4 seats left, and we really would love to fill this up because it's such an amazing experience. So if you have any desire to see Africa and go on safari and visit Cape Town, and it's just an amazing trip, and it's August 31st to September 13th. It's not a real long trip, but it's busy and filled with fun and amazing experiences, starting in Cape Town where we go to Table Mountain, and we go down to the Cape, to the very tippy end of Africa and see the penguins and the baboons, and then we fly to Hoedspruit and we go on 6+ safaris where you're going to see elephants and zebras and giraffes and water buffalo and hyenas, and I just can't remember everything I saw. Leopard, amazing. And then you continue. We go to spend some time in Johannesburg, which is a fabulous city. We see Soweto and Nelson Mandela Museum, and then it ends in Victoria Falls. Get a chance to walk around the falls and feel the mist from all those amazing falls. And then we added an extra day in Victoria Falls as well, because when I went, we didn't have enough time. So I said, let's put on one more day so they can go visit some of the Zimbabwe families and go to an elephant rescue area to meet elephants up close. And also, for the first time ever, I took a helicopter ride, and I did a helicopter over the falls. And
That's awesome.
The price was amazing. The experience was amazing. The views, unbelievable. It was just one of my most favorite trips ever. And so if you've got any inkling to go on South Africa, hit it up. It's give us a call and take a peek at that because it's amazing. And then our other group that we want to push a little bit, got a few seats left on it as well, want to fill it up, is Iceland. And that I did that in 2022 with a fabulous group of folks. And it wasn't a long trip because it's only it's about a 6-hour flight from Chicago, so it doesn't take long to get there. And then we started in Reykjavik, and then we ended in Reykjavik and just did the whole loop of, they call it the fire and ice. We started, we saw glaciers and icebergs, and then we saw lava, and it was wonderful. And of course, my favorite part was probably the puffins. Went to a puffin rookery, and there were just hundreds and hundreds of puffins that we got to watch, and they're funny and they're fun to watch. It's kind of like penguins. Just great food, great scenery, wonderful, kind of eco-friendly type resorts. Just amazing trip again. So that was one of my highlight trips in 2022. So give us a call because we've only got a few seats left on each of those, but we'd love to take you and fill them up.
Find those at foxworldtravel.com or call 866-GO-FOX-GO. People on the phones right now because they're open on Saturdays 9 to noon, right?
Correct.
866-GO-FOX-GO. Let's get to a couple of these texts here. For Colleen, it says, what are the best best time months? When's the best time to go to Australia, basically? She's met tourists where they've come to the U.S. during the winter to escape their summer heat, which is much hotter than our summer, I guess. So is it good fall, spring? When should we be going there?
They hit the nail right on the head because they're in the southern hemisphere. Their seasons are opposite of ours. So if they want to go in the fall, that's March through May. And then if they want to go in the spring, it's September through November. So those are shoulder seasons, and it's not going to be so hot as it would be in the January. It's the December through January, February. That's their hot months. So I would stick with those shoulder seasons. Better temperatures, better prices, and the best time to go.
They had some fire issues a couple of years ago. What did that affect tourism-wise? Anything, or is that more out in the plains?
That's more out in like the outback and all, and I think that hasn't really affected any of the tourism, so they should be fine.
Okay. Hi, Colleen. Do you recommend having local currency when visiting Egypt? That's from John and Eileen.
Hi, John and Eileen. Good to hear from you. Actually, when you're going to Egypt, I took very little of their Egyptian money with me because they are all about the U.S. dollar. And I took a lot of small bills with me. They expect tips. Tips are a huge thing in Egypt. So I took a lot of dollar bills to tip at restrooms and things like that. But we pretty much, what we couldn't put on credit card, we would pay with U.S. dollar, and they were more than happy to accept it because they get an amazing exchange rate with our U.S. dollar. So don't be too overly concerned about bringing Egyptian money. If you want to bring a small amount just to have some pocket money, you can. Otherwise, we'll just survive with our U.S. dollar.
Is that a thing worldwide? More tipping in the bathroom, and somebody being in the bathroom creeps me out. Like, just let me go to the bathroom.
Yeah, that's pretty
common?
much everywhere. Yeah, especially Europe. That's
really?
Some of the creepy places are kind of like in the Eastern European countries where I think I was in Prague one time, and there was a subterranean bathroom down below by the L or by the subway, and I go in there and you have to pay. There's a sign tells you how many euro or whatever it is that you have to pay, and then some of them they'll give you toilet paper too, and they'll give you like here's 2 squares, and you're like, oh my god. This is why I always suggest that you bring some Kleenex with you, put that in your backpack or your purse, and make sure you always have that with you. But that's pretty commonplace everywhere except maybe the U.S. and Canada, I think.
Interesting.
Yeah.
All right, let's go to Mary in Grafton. Good morning, Mary. What's your question?
Hi, Colleen. Yesterday, my husband and I were approved for the TSA. So a question that I had, and the lady that was doing my interview did not have an answer. So we are going to Alaska in a short time, but we are returning from Canada. Will that TSA approval work through Canada? And also, in the future, I'm going through Australia and Mexico. So my question is also, should I be looking into global entry? I go maybe once or twice a year out of the country. Is it worth global entry? And how much is it?
Yeah, I would suggest that because you don't travel as often as some of us do in the industry, TSA is great, but TSA is only going to get you through security faster in the States. So even when you're coming back through Vancouver in Alaska on your Alaska trip, you will not be able to use the TSA line there because they don't have that. Basically, that's a U.S. Security area. Global entry, though, that's a different area. That's a whole different thing. When I travel back from Alaska and coming through Vancouver, because I have the global entry card, I can go into that separate line and get through TSA just a little bit quicker. And that's the same for if you would come back from Australia or any other international destination. It's not a whole lot more. I know the price of the TSA kind of went down a little bit. I believe I paid like $125 for global entry. It's good for 5 years. It just made my life a little bit easier, especially coming home. If you've ever come home through Chicago, you know what craziness is in those big mazes there in customs. So it does get you through a lot quicker because basically it reads, it's an eye scan. You look into the camera and then you're done, and you just go pop right through and get your bags. So it's a personal choice if you want to do TSA on top of global entry. Now that you've gotten your interview and you've paid for TSA, try it, stick it out, and see what happens.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Thanks, Mary. Have a great weekend. 855-616-1620 if you want to be part of the show. It is the Fox World Travel Show. We're going to take a break on WTMJ.
It's time to say aloha to paradise. Picture powder-soft sand, endless turquoise waters, and a frosty cocktail by a beach lounger. Fox World Travel is proud to partner with Apple Vacations to offer exclusive deals that will take you to your dream getaway. With great deals to Hawaii, Fiji, St. Lucia, or the best all-inclusive resorts in Mexico and the Caribbean, our travel experts take the hassle out of traveling to paradise. Visit foxworldtravel.com or call 866-GO-FOX-GO to speak with our vacation travel experts today.
Whether you're an active or passively active home shopper, our agents want you to be completely up to date with what's out there and what's brand new to the market. With our instant emailed MLS updates, you'll never miss out on what could be the home of your dreams. All you have to do is call and tell us where to search, give us a price range, and soon you'll be totally in tune with your desired real estate market. Remember, MLS searches show you everything. Some of the other real estate sites don't. So call Benefit Realty today, where you'll pay less for full service. Benefit-realty.com. 3.5 to 3.9% real estate commission. You can't find a lower rate of commission, and you won't be able to find better knowledge, service, and real estate expertise than you'll find with our agents at Benefit Realty. Because I know that's what you expect. Now, I'm not sure you'll be able to find the highest caliber of agents everywhere, but I can promise that's what you'll get here. So choose Benefit Realty to exceed your expectations, and you'll pay less for more. This is Angela Calais with Benefit Realty, where you pay less for full service. Benefit-realty.com.
Your bathroom is boring and basic too. It seems like there's nothing you can do. A better bath awaits. You'll feel brand new, relaxing in a world of peace at the Bath Authority.
Right now, schedule your free in-home estimate and get $1,000 off a new shower or bath, plus 36 months of interest-free financing. Restrictions apply. A better bath awaits.
You're our priority at the Bath Authority.
Take your travel tips from the travel experts. Welcome back to the Fox World Travel Show on WTMJ.
Sunny, breezy, a high of 30 today, and then every day we climb 38, 42, 46, 50 by Wednesday. So it will get warmer again. But you can still book those spring break trips, as we found out earlier in the show. So get to 866-GO-FOX. Go and talk to somebody today if that's something you're looking to do. If you want to get a hold of us, it's 855-616-1620. Colleen Alsberg in this week. Question on the show here on the text line says, love the show. Any must-sees in Seville or Seville, as you said, Spain?
Yeah. I went with the Spanish on that one.
Okay.
So, yeah, it's Seville, but
They
Seville
have
is
4
right.
adults visiting for 4 days.
Yeah, I to be honest, I have not been to Seville. It's one of my bucket list areas that I want to see, mainly because I know they have such an amazing history there. They have so many cathedrals. The Cathedral of Macarena, I want to see that. But mostly I want to go because I know they're big on flamenco. So go watch the flamenco dancing. So if it can figure out maybe a dinner and a show of some sort there, I'd recommend that.
So kind of like going to Hawaii, you see a luau. If you're going to Seville, you go see a flamenco show.
Right. And I'm going to Portugal in 25, and we're going to go see the fado. So there's always something that I always try to dig up the most authentic thing to go see. I do know, and I've watched a lot of programs and done some research on Seville, and I love the fact that they have this, it's called Plaza de España, where it's just kind of a place where you can hang out, and it's got a promenade and beautiful buildings and shopping and restaurants. That's something on my list for sure. But there's so many neat things to do, but it's more about the history. So check out some of the cathedrals and some of the iglesias, as they would say, the churches and all that. And if they really, really want to get the real feel, then they can do a bullfight if they want
that would be
to.
fun.
I really am having a hard time with bullfights. I just don't think that's my thing.
No,
but a lot of people like to see it just for the pageantry.
Was this what Bugs Bunny did, the barber of Seville, or was that Deville? Was it
the barber? No, it was Seville. Yeah.
Figaro. All right. Sorry. Flashback to childhood. 855-616-1620. One here says, we will be in London in September. We'd like to see a show in the West End. Can you recommend a reputable website for ordering tickets?
I love shows in London. I've done a few myself in the West End, and there's usually some half-price ticket place that you can go and get them last minute if you want, but I would probably recommend getting them in advance, and there's a couple of good ticket offices. Let me look at that on the break, and I'll come up with that for you for sure, because it's one that I use all the time, and they do New York and they do in London, and it's a great, reputable company.
Perfect.
So
They also say love the show when either you or Rose are hosting. You're so knowledgeable and fun. Thanks for doing this every Saturday morning.
Oh, well, thank you.
And I reiterate that. Thanks for doing this every Saturday. You have a long drive to come in here, and you do a good job, and you're here on time, and I love it. So,
Thank you.
One more question before we get to the news. My granddaughter is going to Thailand in May. What can you tell us about traveling there? Is it safe, the money, etc.?
It is a safe country to travel to. I would just be very cautious, like you would in any place actually in the world. Just take care not to go out by yourself. If she's traveling alone, make sure she's always with friends. Don't go out at night. Don't go alone. It's a beautiful country. So many things to see and do. But just be aware of your surroundings at all times. And I'm that way everywhere I go.
I was going to say, no matter where you go, that should be standard protocol.
Yeah.
My niece travels all over the world, and she'll be gone. She went to Australia for like a year, and now she's in, I think, Thailand. It's just crazy. It's like if you're aware of your surroundings, and you go in the right spots, and you're following the right protocols.
Yep, don't
you
follow
can do it safely.
Weird boys home, that kind of thing.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, all right, just be safe. All right, let's take a break. It is a Fox World Travel Show, 855-616-1620. Good morning, Jack, over there in the WTMJ Breaking News Center.
Good morning, Dayton. 1 week since a historic EF2 tornado destroyed dozens of homes in Evansville, Wisconsin, Dane County is changing its policies for outdoor warning sirens. The Wisconsin State Journal reports one change would require testing be done year-round. Dane County currently tests its network of 141 sirens on a week from March through November. The second change would increase the frequency of siren activation during a tornado warning. Sirens currently sound automatically for 3 minutes in the area under the greatest risk but don't re-sound. Fleet Farm is staying committed to their plans for a new store in Kenosha County, purchasing 29 acres for $4.5 million this month. The site of the store will be west of I-94. The Milwaukee Business Journal reports Fleet Farm Group LLC Executive VP Frank Steves confirmed there will be a store, but there's no timeline or on construction or opening. Taking a look at your roads with your Johnson & Sons Paving Time Saver Traffic. Not seeing anything too crazy across the Milwaukee traffic system. A couple spots we're keeping an eye on, though. On I-794 West, just under a mile from beyond the ramp from Car Ferry Road, right shoulder is blocked due to a disabled vehicle. And then just past West Alice on 94 West, under a mile beyond the ramp from Wisconsin 100, that left shoulder is blocked due to an incident. Other than that, no major slowdowns or complications throughout the Milwaukee traffic system. And your WTMJ 5-day forecast, a high of 30 today and mostly sunny conditions, a low of 25 tonight and mostly clear. On Sunday, we'll see a high of 38 and mostly sunny. On Monday, a high of 42 with sun. On Tuesday, a high of 46 with clouds. And on Wednesday, a high of 50 with a slight chance of rain. I'm Jack Grouse, citing Unlimited. WTMJ News Time is 9:32.
A new lineup is coming to WTMJ, debuting February 19th, starting at 5 a.m. The Midwest Farm Report with Pam Yonke. From 6 to 9 is Wisconsin's Morning News with Vince Petrano and Eric Bilstad. Starting at 9, the Political Power Hour with Steve Scafidi. At 10, catch The Upswing with Jeff Sherman. From 11 to 1, Wisconsin's Midday News with Greg Metzik and Jessica Ty. From 1 to 3, catch Spanning the State with Kristen Bry. At 3, Wisconsin's Afternoon News with John McCure and Julia Fellow. At 6, What's on Tap with Sandy Max. And at 7, WTMJ at Night with Brian Noonan. Stay up to date with your trusted and relevant source in news, sports, traffic and weather, on air, online, and on demand. Trusted, relevant, locally owned, locally programmed. We are Wisconsin's radio station. News Radio 620, WTMJ Milwaukee.
Spaces may now be at a premium when flying out of Milwaukee, but you can still count on Exec Park. The fence in Exec Park lot is policed and monitored 24/7 by their video surveillance system, and they'll make sure you return to a warm car with snow and ice removed from the windows. You can also rely on Exec Park's fast and efficient shuttle service. Why fly out of Mitchell any other way? Make your parking reservation now at execpark.com or call 414-747-1000.
Hey, WTMJ's John Mercure here. Guthrie and Fry protects the water in my house. Guthrie and Fry has provided expert advice, quality service, and reliable water since 1974. Owners Sue and Rob are well known and very generous in the local community for supporting great causes that change lives. We've got their water softener. We've got their reverse osmosis system. Our water is crisp, clean, and clear. GFwater.com. It's Guthrie and Fry.
Better water makes a big difference. Guthrie and Fry.
We've told you about Moses Hadara.
The diamond cutter who created the Kessler 81.
The magical diamond that vibrates with light.
Kessler's works with crazy diamond cutters.
Geniuses who create wonderful, spectacular,
crazy diamond shapes.
The one thing these crazy genius diamonds all have in common
is that they explode with light.
The Kessler Emerald Cut diamond sends out rippling waves of light, like water lapping onto a beach.
The Kessler Square Radiant Diamond glows like the sun on the horizon.
Sometimes sunrise,
sometimes sunset.
Come to Kessler's.
Come to Kessler's.
Come to Kessler's.
Ask to see the rippling waves of light, like water on the beach.
Ask to see the glow that looks like sunrise and sunset.
Ask to see the Kessler Crazy Genius Diamonds.
See them for yourself.
See them for yourself.
See them for yourself.
To find the Kesslers nearest you, visit KesslersDiamonds.com.
Plan a perfect vacation, no matter your budget. This is the Fox World Travel Show on WTMJ.
Colleen Ellsberg in for Rose Gray. She's back next week, right?
She is, and she's coming back Wednesday really late, but she'll be back on the air with you on Saturday.
I keep saying you're in for her, but you're on as much as her lately.
Seems like
you guys have been trading off really well and doing a good job, and obviously from texts we get, everybody appreciates the efforts.
Oh, thanks, yeah. So, hey, I looked up that company that has London theater tickets,
yes.
and it was Tickets, the one I thought that also is in New York. It's TKTS, Tickets London. They would look up. You'll get some good. It's a reputable company and good deals there. But they also have something called Today Tix. If you're not too fussy about what you want to see, then you can go on there and get some deals and some discounts on some tickets for London and the West End. But a fabulous place to see theater. I've seen quite a few plays there, and I love them.
Okay. Is it just tkts.com?
Yes, tickets, TKTS London. Yeah.
London.
Okay.
Okay. So look that up and go enjoy a show. Sounds like fun.
Yeah.
Who would you recommend in your Brookfield office for helping with plans in France?
Well, that's the easiest question I've gotten all day. Our good friend Martha Hardy is, she lived in France. I believe she speaks French. She is our go-to anytime we need any help with France. She loves the country. She loves Paris, and she's very knowledgeable and just a sweet, wonderful lady. So go to Martha Hardy.
866-GO-FOX-GO is the phone number. You can ask for Martha or go to foxworldtravel.com. You can find her there and link in directly with her email. So that's one nice thing about the website. You can find the people you need.
Absolutely.
So, the website's new.
It is.
As of last week, right?
Yeah,
or the week before?
I didn't even know it. When I was on the air with you last Saturday, I didn't even realize that they had opened the new website. It's still kind of a work in progress, so kind of hang tight with us. It's different, so to look through things, it's a little bit more, just a little different way of finding things than it had been in the past. We think it looks beautiful.
It's awesome. It looks great.
It's going to hopefully be more streamlined. As we find things that we're familiar with that we saw on the last website, we're shipping that off to our marketing department, and they're slowly, it's been a love-hate relationship.
Anytime you switch over a website.
Exactly, yeah. But they're doing a great job. I'm so appreciative of what they're doing, and we're giving them little tidbits here and there and saying, hey, like last week, I think I popped I was trying to find South Africa, and it came up to an Alaska packing list, so something was just misdirected.
Right.
So they just have to go in and make the tweaks and fix everything.
The one thing that does work, though, is if you go there and you're not finding what you're looking for, the contact us form is working properly, right?
Yes,
you can fill that out and send something in and say, hey, I'm looking for this. I'm not finding it. Can you help me with this? And somebody will get back to you.
Yeah, and find the deals and all that the offers are still out there. So it's still pretty easy. It's just a different way of looking at it than it was in the past.
Got it. Let's see. 855-616-1620. I tried to renew my global entry online in August. The government took my money. However, my application is still pending. I tried to reach and border protection online with no success. Any other ideas on how I can get my renewal?
Yeah, I do hear this on occasion. I hear some people get global entry in like 2 minutes, and then some are pending. My suggestion is if you are traveling anywhere and going through, if you're coming home through Chicago, or you're coming home through, if you're in Alaska and coming home through Vancouver, anywhere you have U.S. Customs, if you have time, when you get up to that customs officer, all you have to say is, I have an appointment with global entry, but it's not coming through and I can't, it's months off. Can we talk to somebody about doing our interview right there? I did it in Vancouver and I was approved within, I did the 15-minute interview and I was approved right away, and I got my new card in like 7 days. Rose did hers in, I believe, in Shannon or someplace in Ireland. So anywhere there's U.S. Customs, if you can, just check it out there.
What are some of the questions on that interview process? We've talked about this interview forever, but what do they ask you?
I can't tell you. No, I'm just kidding.
I could tell you, but I'd have to kill you.
Yeah. It's more personal stuff. When I went to my interview, it was, what do you do for a living? So very basic stuff. And then when I bring up travel industry, that brings up a whole new set of questions, because they are like, have you been to Russia? Have you been, and that's part of the process of when you're first putting in the application as well. And of course, I've been to Russia at one point in my life, but it's been 20 years. So they kind of reiterate on some of those questions depending on your background, and they kind of just ask you, have you, do you have any felony charges? Do you have any warrants for things like that? It's kind of based on who you are, your profession, and just some background checks and things.
Got it. All right. Next one here says, taking your trip to Japan, need to know how to get prescription medications into Japan. That's from Bob and Penny.
Hi, Bob and Penny. Actually, what I would suggest, if you have any prescription medications, is to keep them in the original bottle that they came in, because the prescription is listed on that bottle. I don't think it's an issue. If you bring those little pill boxes, that's not going to be a problem either. It's just that if I have a medication with me, I like to have it in that original bottle, because it's got that prescription on, and for some reason, if I need to refill, it's going to be a lot easier to take it to a pharmacy there and get it refilled. I
didn't even think of that.
But the pill boxes are just fine as well.
Because that's how we took ours when we went to Costa Rica, was in the pill boxes. But I didn't even think of having a label. Even a picture of the label would help. If you don't want to take the big bottle, just take a picture of it.
Absolutely.
And have it on your phone.
Yeah. Perfect.
Good. WTMJ talking text line 855-616-1620. We are going to take a break. More of the Fox World Travel Show coming up next.
Winter, according to some expert, is 3 months long. Well, that expert clearly never lived in Wisconsin. I'm Randy Miller, second-generation owner of All Right Home and Remodeling. As Wisconsin natives, we understand the bitter cold, biting winds, and how to help you improve your home with new windows, siding, proper insulation, and more. So you'll be fully prepared for winter, all 8 months of it. Visit us at ALLRITE remodeling.com.
All right, home and remodeling.
I'm WTMJ Sandy Max. What makes senior living at Three Pillars so special?
On the third day that I was there, still unpacking, I heard happy hour, so I went down the hall. Just then my cell phone rang. He said, "Grandma, how are you?" And I said, "Scott, honey, I can't talk now. I'm at happy hour." And that went viral. The kids didn't have to worry about me anymore, and I didn't have to worry about me anymore.
Schedule a tour today at threepillars.org.
Save now during the President's Day sale at Ken Michaels Furniture. Special factory incentives make this the perfect time to save on a new sofa, chair, or sectional crafted by Norwalk Furniture. With over 850 fabric and leather options and over 100 different styles, you can create the look you want, and in just 35 days, it's ready for delivery. Can't wait? All our inventory is sale priced and ready for immediate delivery. Shop today and save at any of our Ken Michaels Furniture stores in Brookfield, Greenfield, or downtown Milwaukee. Sleep better and save more with mattresses from Milwaukee Mattress and Ken Michaels Furniture. Handcrafted in our Milwaukee factory, our mattresses utilize natural materials like cotton cushioning, which dissipates body heat, Joma wool quilts for warm wintry nights and cool summer evenings, and natural latex providing superior conformability and pressure relief for aching joints. Stop in today at any Ken Michaels Furniture store and save up to 50% compared to national brands.
There's a reason people sold to Grandview Homes instead of using a real estate agent.
Not only did we receive a fair offer, but we were able to take as much time as we needed and could leave the house a mess.
Visit GrandviewHomes.com to discover the easiest and fastest way to sell a home.
So it's about time you spruce up your home. Nothing major. You're not looking to spend a ton, but you are looking for something that'll give your quarters a little upgrade. You know, there are a lot of things you can do with glass. Simply beveling your mirrors can do wonders. You can mill out your wood cabinet doors and replace the center with attractive glass inserts, or customize them with unique handcrafted artistry, or maybe a theme. You could even install a new glass shower door and add some real appeal to your bathroom. They're all pretty affordable home improvements, and Les's Glass Service has been helping homeowners like you for just about longer than anyone in town. You probably don't realize how affordably we can help you reach your home's full potential, but we do, and we can show you countless options. So if it's a new glass shower door, fogged or broken insulated glass replacement, or affordable glass and mirror home decor that you've been looking for, you just can't pass on Les's Glass. Les's Glass Service, serving all of southeastern Wisconsin. Find us at lesglassservice.com.
Gotta get away? No one does it better. Back to more of the Fox World Travel Show on WTMJ.
Sunny, breezy 30 today. We are sitting at 18. The sun is shining. Thanks for listening to the Fox World Travel Show. Dayton Kane and Colleen Allsberg here today. Taking your calls at 855-616-1620. We do have a question on the text line that just quickly says, Southwest Airlines A Group, do they have numbers like the B Group does?
They absolutely do, and I think isn't it 1 through, depending on the plane size, I imagine A is 1 through 60, and then B is 1 through 60, and C is 1 through 60. So absolutely the same process. Yep.
Let's go to the phones and talk to Jan in Cedarburg. Good morning, Jan. What's your question?
Good morning. We're going to be going on a caravan cruise down, or a caravan tour in Costa Rica, and we have one extra day on our own in San Jose. Is there something you can suggest we do during that day?
Yeah, absolutely. Since you have some free time, I highly recommend checking out the San Jose Central Market, the Mercado Central. I'm assuming you're going to the Arenal volcano, so you don't have to do that. You're just kind of hanging in town a little bit. So the market would be a great place if you want to pick up some last-minute souvenirs and get some good price things, do a little bargaining and all that. So that would be one thing.
Authentic food, probably.
Yeah, I think so. So that's pretty. You could probably spend a good day there, half a day for sure, and then just kind of touring around the town. Are you getting any kind of tour of the town itself?
Not the San Jose. No, we will be going out from there. So we just thought we'd go early, but wasn't sure what we would do that day.
Yeah, I mean, there's museums there. They have a wonderful plaza area. Again, check out the local foods. They've got a Costa Rican art museum that's quite nice. There's also, if you can even maybe, you're probably hitting Sarchi as well, where they decorate all those donkey carts. That's kind of cool.
Yep.
And then just there's a theater if you want to see some of the local acts and things like that. But I think you could probably easily fill your time on a day in San Jose.
So the market, and what do you think of the bus tour? There's like a little bus tour around town.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I always love those because you're going to be with a local then. I do those hop-on, hop-off buses all the time, even when I'm traveling by myself, because it's just a good way to see and meet some local people, too, as well.
Do we have those in Milwaukee?
I don't
I've
think
done
so.
it in Chicago, and it was awesome.
Yeah.
Maybe I found a career.
Maybe you and I, we can
we'll
do
just
that.
start a bus tour of Milwaukee.
Well, thanks
All right,
so
Jan.
much.
Thanks for listening. Have a great weekend. 855-616-1620. Do you get a card with TSA pre-pass is a question. They said they got a number assigned, but they never got a card.
Yeah, no, you do not get a card with the TSA. The only card you would get would be with Global Entry.
Okay.
Yeah, so
There you
nothing
go.
there. Yep.
Another one here says, hello, can you explain how I can use my cell phone if I travel to Italy?
Yeah, a couple things you can do for that. If you, first of all, I would check with your local carrier. So if you've got AT&T, I think is one of the best when it comes to international travel. You can actually just give them a call, ask for a plan to use. I even with US Cell, it's not that great, and which is my carrier. They're not the best right now, but they're starting to get better with these international plans. And I just put on the plan. They prorate it for me, and it's not too expensive. The last time I did it, I put a 30-day plan on, and actually when I got home, I canceled it, and they prorated it for 10 days because I was only gone for about 20. And it works just like a regular phone then. The only difference it would be is that you may have to do a plus sign and the number 1 before you call out. That would be the only odd thing. Otherwise, you could look into getting a SIM card, which is something that I did in Egypt, where I took out my SIM card out of my U.S. phone and I threw in this Egyptian SIM card, and it worked just like a regular phone as well. Just
more and more providers are going global. T-Mobile,
they really are.
T-Mobile's in like 250 different countries now, and so it becomes calling is usually a little bit of a fee on top of it,
right.
But texting for sure you can do, and using Wi-Fi and the internet typically is included in your data package, depending on what kind of package you have.
Yeah, absolutely. So
a lot easier to communicate than it used to be, that's for sure. You were saying you used to go away for 21 days on a trip and nobody knew where you were.
Exactly. I could have been in a ditch somewhere and nobody would have known.
Well, thank goodness you weren't.
And now I just talked to Rose in Vietnam.
Yeah.
She was on the Mekong River in a riverboat, and I was talking to her for 20 minutes.
Face to face, you could see her.
Exactly.
Like,
it's insane.
Crazy.
It's pretty
All right,
cool.
when we come back, we talk partner perks and Hawaii. It is the Fox World Travel Show on WTMJ.
Dr. Ken's mind is fine as aged wine, let me tell you.
Hey! This is The Truth on WTMJ.
So, you know I'm sensitive.
You're sensitive. I'm sensitive too.
No, you're not.
Don't do that. Don't do that. That's hurtful.
With Dr. Ken Harris and Denise Thomas.
And you also got to tell me why I should serve on jury duty.
And we'll tell you why you should serve on jury duty.
Sunday night starting at 7.
Who knows? if the alderman gets in trouble, you might be able to serve on a federal grand jury.
I will serve my city.
Right here on WTMJ.
Meet Alan, who was diagnosed with sleep apnea.
I was what they call a mouth breather, and I would breathe at night with my mouth open.
And for about 8 years, Alan struggled with a CPAP machine. And then
I saw the Advent commercial, and I thought, well, what do you got to lose? This machine is miserable.
For most people, CPAP machines are miserable, but a simple breathing triangle solution from Advent can be life-changing.
And it really was, to me, it was amazing because I don't think I ever breathed that clear.
This is Dr. Madan Kandula. After having one of Advent's simple breathing triangle procedures, people are amazed at how freely and clearly they can breathe.
I'm happy with the procedure. I'm very glad I did it. I wish I would have done it 20 years ago. I could have avoided that machine I had to have laying next to the bed with the hose wrapped around my head.
Schedule your appointment at AdventKnows.com because Advent knows when you breathe well, you live better. AdventKnows.com. Results may vary.
This year's Milwaukee Polar Plunge is celebrating 25 years of plunging for Special Olympics Wisconsin athletes. Folks in the area will be freezing for a reason on Saturday, February 24th at Foxbrook Park in Brookfield. To register and donate, visit plungewi.org.
Home is where the heart is. Family meals, laughter, and warm memories. As your local contractor that's been around for 40 years, J&J Contractors has been helping families create new memories for generations to come by reimagining your kitchen space for baking holiday cookies with the family or opening up your lower level for friend and neighbor entertainment. Whatever the project is, J&J Contractors does it with top-of-the-line craftsmanship. Just Google J&J Contractors to see their reviews for impeccable work and outstanding communication.
The largest industrial trade show in Wisconsin is the PFMA Plant Engineering and Maintenance Expo. Industrial professionals in charge of facility management and maintenance, purchasing, or manufacturing will save time learning about important advances all under one roof.
Skip the show day lines and go to pfmainc.com for fast and free pre-registration. The PFMA Expo. Free with free parking. February 21st and 22nd at a new location, Washington County Fair Park in West Bend.
WTMJ, W277CV, and WKTI HD2 Milwaukee from the Annex Wealth Management Studios. This is News Radio WTMJ, a Good Karma brand station. Before you pack your suitcase, hear from the experts. Here's more of the Fox World Travel Show on WTMJ.
Dayton and Colleen here with you. Good morning. It is, 9:53. Going to be sunny, breezy, a high of 30 today, currently sitting at 18 in Milwaukee. We talked about Africa and Iceland at the beginning of the show.
Yes.
Hawaii's still out there. What's going on? Somebody's there now, right? Don't you have a group?
Yeah, we've got a group there right now. They just arrived 2 days ago. Kate, one of our tour managers from my department, is currently in Oahu. They did Pearl Harbor and the city of Waikiki, and they're getting ready to pack up and head on over to their next island. She's doing a 4-island tour called Grand Hawaii. And then my other coworker, Charity, she's taking out Best of Hawaii, which is a 3-island trip. Both of these are fantastic. We do 3 nights in each stop on each island. So you get a tour on each island included. You get a full free day or more in Maui. So you can do your own thing as well. So it's a great way to do Hawaii and see everything. We take care of get you from island to island. All the inner air is included. We have air from Milwaukee. It's amazing. So if you're interested in Hawaii, we do have our 2025 Hawaii packages out, and they are on the website. Hopefully the link is taking you right to all the information. I've put my name in the ring to do the Grand Hawaii trip next year. So
I bet you did.
I think I need to get back. So take a peek at that, and I'd love for you to join us. And speaking of 2025, we are working like mad right now on our 2025 groups, and those should be up. We're hoping for April. That's when we look to announce our 2025 groups. So hang tight. That is coming. And also, the only other tour in 25 we have on the books is my Lisbon, Portugal, and Douro River Cruise, and that's got about maybe 2 or 3 cabins left, and that's it. So if you're looking at going on to the Douro, it's kind of the hot spot right now. So I'd love to have you join me.
FoxWorldTravel.com is a website where you can go see all of those trips and get information on those and talk about partner perks. What is that, and why should I care?
We have some great partners that we work with, and they offer us some perks that you can also find on the website. And I was looking this morning, and there's some neat things out there. So we cover everything. We don't just do groups. We do, the whole entire world. So if you want to go to Disney, right now they have 50% off on the deposits for the cruise portion of Disney Cruises. There's up to 35% on some of the Disney resorts. So there's all kinds of neat discounts and things they can look at there. Work with our travel advisors. Also looking at some of the cruises. If you're looking for some last minute travel on maybe to the Caribbean, Royal Caribbean has 30% off on some of the fares on select departures. Celebrity Cruise Lines, great cruise line. They've got 75% off on the second guest. So it really brings that cruise price down. So great last minute jump, get down to the Caribbean. You can do maybe the Southern Caribbean, the Eastern Caribbean, Western Caribbean, or go from California down the coast to Mazatlan and all the great ports of call in that area as well. So lots of stuff to look at.
So as we mentioned, brand new website, foxworldtravel.com. If you go under vacation travel, you'll see partner perks right there. Click on that, and you can see all of this information and start planning that next vacation.
Absolutely.
Right? And if you want, there is still the Contact Us form. You click on that, send that in. Be as specific as you can when you're filling out that form so that they know exactly what you're looking for. They can get you to the expert that handles that travel destination, because you guys have specialties that people do.
We do.
Also on this website, not only vacation travel, we talk about that on the show. That's what we do. Business travel.
Yes.
Destination weddings.
Yes.
Incentives for businesses.
Absolutely. We do it all.
Everything.
If there's anything you want to do with travel, come to Fox World Travel. We're a very well-rounded, diverse travel company, and we can do just about anything you need to be done when it comes to travel.
Okay. When's your next big trip? Where are you going next?
I'm actually hanging tight for a little bit. I'm going to be going to Japan in April, so I'm really excited about that. I just sent out some information. The research on it alone is so exciting. As I was reading through all the different articles and the do's and don'ts of travel to Japan, I'm even more excited about it. And actually, one of my coworkers, it's kind of like another hotspot right now, and a lot I call them the kids. Isn't this terrible? I'm getting to that point. They're in their 20s and 30s, and they're so excited for me to be going to Japan, and they're telling me what to do and what to bring back. And I'm taking a great group of folks. I know most of them already. I've traveled with them, and So I'm just really excited.
How big of a group is that?
It's a small group. I'm only taking 23, and that was, again, done on purpose. We're just doing, we're trying to make these more intimate and more personal, our groups. So we just want to kind of bring, we've still got our bigger groups. Our Hawaii's are usually around 44, 45 people, but we're doing some luxury travel where it's only about 20, 25 people, which is awesome.
Awesome. Well, great job again, as always.
Thanks, Dayton.
You get a reprieve next week. Rose is back.
Yep, I think I get a couple weeks. I'll be back in the middle of March, and I'll see you guys again.
Sounds good. That does it for the Fox World Travel Show. Thanks for all your participation. Coming up next, Danny Clayton and the crew from Annex Wealth Management with Money Talk.
The preceding program, the Fox World Travel Show, is paid for in full by Fox World Travel. The advice and opinions expressed during the Fox World Travel Show are solely that of the hosts and guests of Fox World Travel and not WTMJ or Good Karma brands.
You're off to see the wonderful world, and then it's back to your own castle. Make sure yours is beautiful and up to date. Siding Unlimited, Wisconsin's best contractor for everything on the outside of your castle, welcomes you home to the best it can be. You should not have to worry about your home's integrity while you are away. Let Siding Unlimited ensure it with all the best exterior products. Hometown Siding Unlimited is recognized as one of the best contractors in America by the manufacturers of the nation's best products in siding, roofing, decks, and especially windows. They have the awards. Take the initiative, and Siding Unlimited will make you proud to come home every time, whether it's from an exotic tour or from the grocery store. Set up an appointment with Siding Unlimited for your castle renewal now, and we'll see you when you get back. Bon voyage from Siding Unlimited, and then welcome home. SidingUnlimited.com.
The place to get caught up, to speak out, to connect and be entertained. We are Wisconsin's radio station, News Radio 620 WTMJ, Milwaukee.
At 10 o'clock, it's 14 degrees and sunny in Milwaukee. From the WTMJ Breaking News Center, I'm Jack Grau. The Elkhorn business community breathing a sigh of relief now that the suspect in the murders of Emerson and Gina Weingart at the Sports Page Bar has been charged. Beth McClory works at a gas station around the corner. She tells TMJ4 News.
Now I feel better because I lock my doors now. I lock everything. I just, and I leave here at night and I'm by myself. So you just don't know.
Thomas Rout has been charged with 2 counts of first-degree